Hello, everyone. We're glad you could join us this week for the newest episode of Wahconah Weekly.
We hope you've enjoyed your week so far.
This week, I'll talk to you about the Mock Trial Club of Wahconah for our Community Spotlight.
And I'll be bringing you your weekly sports updates. Let's get started.
This week, we decided to take a look at the Mock Trial Club at Wahconah, which, as the name suggests, focuses on recreating a court-like setting for students to test out their legal and debating skills. We had Maddie Rabuse talk to Mr. Pegorari to get the specifics of the club, so we'll hand it off to her.
I'm here with Mr. Pegorari, the person in charge of mock trial. So tell me, Mr. Pegorari, what is mock trial?
So mock trial is put on by the Mass Bar Association, where a bunch of lawyers get together and create a story. And then that story has a bunch of witnesses with affidavits, and then we are told whether we're the defense or the prosecution for a competition, and then we go against another school in Berkshire County that has the opposing side. So this time we were the defense and the other side was the prosecution.
What are some of the roles in the club?
So some of the roles in the club are we have to create our own witnesses depending on what side we're on. So we have 3 witnesses. They each have a direct lawyer, and then we also need a cross lawyer as well, so 3 cross lawyers. There's also someone who needs to do an opening statement and a closing statement.
How do you practice or prepare?
The way that we practice and prepare is that our direct lawyers will get together with our witnesses. They create questions together and answers, so it's kind of like a script that they both read, and they know exactly what's going to be asked. But the witnesses also need to be prepared to be cross-examined by the opposing side, so they don't know exactly what's going to be asked. So as a witness, they have to make sure that they act accordingly. So we get together and we practice different problems or different questions that they may be asked, and we also write the opening and closing statements together. And it's we get together late at night sometimes after sports, and that's how we prepare.
So how did you guys do this week? We heard you won.
Yeah, we did. It's the first time that we've beaten Lennox since I've been coaching in 5 years. We won 98-97. It was really close, and it came all the way down to the closing remarks. And I know that even before I was coaching, I think Wahconah had only beaten Lennox once within the past 5 years before that. So we've only beaten Lennox 2 times in 10 years, which is it's a big feat that we won.
We also heard that you have a competition coming up next week. Can you tell us a little about it?
Yeah, we have a competition next Monday, 1 o'clock at the District Courthouse in Pittsfield, Massachusetts against PHS. This time we're going to be the defense while PHS is the prosecution.
Is there still time for people to join if they're interested?
So unfortunately, because this is such an academic club and there's a lot of memorization involved, the case packet alone is about 50 pages and people have to memorize their roles and do questions. It's a little late to join, but don't be discouraged. Next year, you'll be able to sign up in October. So if anyone's interested out there, any freshmen all the way up to seniors, come join. It's a lot of fun, especially if you like to act.
All right, Mr. Pegorari, thank you for your time. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you, Maddie, and thank you, Mr. Pegorari. We hope that the team does well in the trial on Monday, and we hope that they continue to do well in the future.
Coming at you with the latest sports updates. In basketball, Wahconah saw a successful match on the girls' end against Longmeadow with the score of 28-20. Wahconah's defense during the match helped keep the opposition at bay and secured their victory. They then faced off against Drury, beating them with a score of 41-30. Then in hockey, Wahconah seized a 4-0 win over Southwick with some notable plays by Owen Kroboth, Antonio Scalise, and Mike Cullett. As for bowling, the Wahconah Gray squad lost to Drury in a 3-0 game, and the Blue squad lost narrowly to Pittsfield. Cody Doyle of the Blue squad tied for the boys' best, however, when he scored a 353 series, 154-199. Finally, in swim, Wahconah defeated Hudson with a 98-17 win for the boys and a 97-12 win for the girls. Fred Sears won the 50 free and the 100 butterfly for the boys, and Jacob Koonsman followed suit in the 200 free and 100 free. For the girls, Amelia Berquist took the 50 free and the 100 breaststroke. Congratulations to our athletes for their victories and efforts. We're glad to see so much success.
We'd like to thank you for watching this episode of Wahconah Weekly. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the DCTV YouTube channel for future updates.
You can also follow our social media to keep up with us and our posts. They are linked in the description below.
Also in the description is our survey, which you can fill out to suggest stories for us to cover. If you have a club you want to look at or something in the school community, you can let us know there.
Thank you once again for joining us this week. This has been Juli and Devyn bringing you Wahconah Weekly. See you next week.